I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at Secured, so the finance, product, and sales folks all report up to me. I oversee funding our development, the development of our products, and then the sale of those products out to our customers. So Mercury is our unified communications platform that evolved out of our long-standing relationship with law enforcement, counter-intel, and counterterrorism, designed for corporate workflows. So it brings together all of the collaboration tools that you would expect in a platform, text messaging, live collaboration, meetings, much like this one, calls, file sharing, and contact management. Cybersecurity is really an arms race, right? If you think about the algorithms that were bleeding edge 10 years ago, they can all be broken with the cell phone in your pocket at this point. More computing power is getting into more hands, and it's cheaper and more accessible than it's ever been before. And more people are doing more important things virtually or at distance in a post-pandemic world than ever before as well. So the reality is more valuable information is being broadcast every single day, and there's more and more incentive for sophisticated actors to get access to that information for malicious purposes. So we will always continue to evolve our platform and be on the bleeding edge. All of the discussion around pre-quantum and quantum safe is only going to become more and more prevalent in the discussions around cybersecurity going forward, and we pride ourselves on being the quantum safe platforms available today, and we'll continue to innovate to continue to stay ahead of those bad actors as they get more sophisticated. If you think about the current paradigms around security that are used for everything from connecting to a website to sending a message, an email, establishing a stream for a meeting or a call, they all use a protocol called TLS, which is Transport Layer Security. The easiest way to think about that is there's an encrypted pipe through which all of your information flows, and that's all well and good unless someone breaks into the pipe, at which point they can surveil all of the information that flows through going forward, as well as looking backwards to all the information that's also been transmitted through that pipe. The unfortunate reality is that bad actors are getting better and better at breaking pipes. So the evolution from TLS to MLS was inevitable because in an MLS framework, you take that same analogy, if you were to break that initial pipe, instead of finding valuable information on the inside, you would just find more pipes. And those pipes aren't tied to the first one, so there's no breadcrumb that allows the bad guys to have an easier time getting through the next one. So it's very important to just make additional roadblocks and challenges for bad actors to get access to your information. A couple of the key features of MLS are forward secrecy and post-compromise security. To boil that down to layman's terms, it basically means that if you were to crack the encryption on a particular message, you would get exactly that, a single message without any breadcrumbs looking backwards or the ability to track going forwards. Most data breaches you'll see in the headlines, you'll see something about how the actors were in the system for a substantial amount of time. Breaches, generally speaking, aren't like robberies at a jewelry store. There's no smash and grab the data and run. The real value is being able to live in the system and surveil for as long as you can to pick up other security protocols, which may be operational in nature rather than encryption, speech patterns so that you can impersonate someone, the operational posture of the company so that you can then do additional breaches in the future by understanding how the business actually operates, and so forth. And under our TLS framework, once you're in and you've broken that code, you can listen to that communication ad infinitum. For several years, some of the major incumbents in the space, large, let's say, household names in the communications world, have invested about $1 billion into the development of MLS. We were able to successfully launch on a commercial application first because we were willing to take our source code down to zero and start from scratch because we always start with security first, whereas some of the bigger players have to wrestle with taking models that include freemium access, retail access, individual user access, and layering on security after the fact, which across many platforms many times has proven to be a more difficult task. The biggest thing is the willingness to start over. We have existing platforms that are also secure that are relied on by folks in the corporate, law enforcement, and counter-intel world day in and day out. But starting with something as significant as a shift to MLS required starting over and saying, this is the new security that is the foundation stone for our new platform. Let's build that first, and then let's build the best user experience on top of that. which is antithetical to the approach of most of our competitors. From a brand perspective and from an ethos perspective, we want to always be the innovators and the leaders in securing important communications and information. So it was very important to us to take leadership in this role. There's a certain gratification that comes with helping our clients do what they need to do and give them the peace of mind. Mercury offers businesses ease of use with all of the same features that they've grown to know and expect from productivity tools that they use day in and day out in a more secure package, all in one place to insulate them from any operational challenges, any potential breaches that happen on the people side rather than on the technical side of things, and gives them a secure sandbox on demand.